In this problem, we are asked to solve by factoring. We have x squared equals negative x. Notice that our quadratic is not in standard form. So before we can factor, we need to get this into standard form by adding x to both sides of the equation. That will give us x squared plus x is equal to 0. Now we're going to factor, and we can either set up our structure or we could recognize a GCF. So I'll show you in both methods. We could recognize that there was a GCF of x. So I could pull out the x, and that would leave x plus 1 equals 0. So I still have a product of factors. I have x times x plus 1. So I would use the zero product property to take each one of those factors and set them equal to 0. So I would get x equals 0 and x plus 1 is equal to 0. I need to continue to solve the second equation for x by subtracting 1 from both sides. So I get x equals negative 1. So I get x equals 0 or x equals negative 1. Now I could use another method where I just set up my structure for my factors. So again, my a is 1, so this would be x times x. Here, my c value is 0, and I have a b value of 1. So I'm going to place a 0 in one factor and a 1 in the other factor. And since my b is positive, I'll go ahead and make both of those positive. And that is the way that I can set this up in our normal structure and then still apply the zero product property. So now I'll do x plus 0 is equal to 0 and x plus 1 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 0 or x is equal to negative 1. So either method will work and give us the solutions x equals 0 and x equals negative 1.